Welcome to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker HD. This was the second Zelda game I ever played, and God, if Ocarina of Time 3D didn't hook me in, this really just solidified the deal. This is like taking the second bite into a meal that you initially thought was good. You were like, that first bite, that was delectable. And then you take the second bite and you're like, it was even better than I thought. Really weird analogy, I know, but it's that good. This game has character. Top, bottom, left, right, center, every single which way this game is filled to the brim with character. But instead of just praising this game endlessly on the title screen, which is beautiful by the way, why don't we actually, hop into the game itself? Kind of. Every single Zelda game has to start off with this menu, and this being a Wii U Zelda game, the first one of its kind, well, there's a few features I need to go over. First of all, you can play with the Wii U Pro Controller, but if you are going to play with this, be warned, there are a few features you'll be missing out on. First of all, gyroscope controls. You will be missing out on those, because again, unlike the Switch Pro Controller, the Wii U Pro Controller does not have those. There's also a few miscellaneous features you'll be missing out on, but that's for a later date, and by a later date, I mean in a few minutes. The Wii U gamepad, on the other hand, has gyroscope controls, and it has quite a few quality of life features. Therefore, I will be playing with the Wii U gamepad. I'm going to be starting my file, and as per usual, I'm Link. Let's start. This is but one of the legends of which the people speak. Long ago, there existed a kingdom where a golden power lay hidden. It was a prosperous land blessed with green forests, tall mountains, and peace. But one day, a man of great evil found the golden power and took it for himself. With its strength at his command, he spread darkness across the kingdom. But then, when all hope had died and the hour of doom seemed at hand, a young boy clothed in green appeared as if from nowhere. Wielding the blade of evil's bane, he sealed the Dark One away and gave the land light. This boy, who traveled through time to save the land, was known as the Hero of Time. The boy's tale was passed down through generations until it became legend. But then, a day came when a fell wind began to blow across the kingdom. The great evil that all thought had been forever sealed away by the hero once again crept forth from the depths of the earth, eager to resume its dark designs. The people believed that the Hero of Time would again come to save them. But the hero did not appear. Faced by an onslaught of evil, the people could do nothing but appeal to the gods. In their last hour, as doom drew nigh, they left their future in the hands of fate. What became of that kingdom? None remain who know. The memory of the kingdom vanished, but its legend survived on the wind's breath. On a certain island, became customary to garb boys in green when they came of age. Clothed in the green of fields, they aspired to find heroic blades and cast down evil. The elders wished only for the youths to know the courage, like the hero of legend. I knew you'd be here! This is my favorite spot to gaze out at the sea. When I play with the gulls, I call it Ariel's Lookout. So, do you remember what day it is today? You're still half asleep, aren't you? Did you forget? Big brother, it's your birthday! That's why Grandma's been waiting for you to come back to the house. She's been waiting for a while now. It's a good thing I came to find you. You should probably go home and see what Grandma wants, don't you think? The adventure begins! We now have full control of Link, and oh my god. Link is such a doof in this game. We see it within the first cutscene. He has so much more character than any other Link reincarnation up till this point. Hurry up, big brother. Grandma's waiting for you back at the house. I'm not sure. Okay, yeah. Alright, I already know that. Okay? That's our little sister, Errol. I called her Ariel for the longest time. That's not how you spell Ariel, by the way. It is definitely Errol. But that's just my history of mispronouncing things horribly. Trust me, it will continue on. Anyway, this is already pretty open to us. There's quite a lot we can do. We don't immediately have to go back to Grandma's house. And in fact, I'm not going to immediately go back to Grandma's house. As you can see, there are quite a lot of rubies for us to grab. There's also a pig over here. Keep it in mind for a little bit later. I will go in order. I could grab this pig right now and get something done, but I will go in order of what makes the most sense. That's a really great photobomb by Grass. Hoi, Link! What's that? Today is your birthday. Well, congrats, buddy! Are you that old already? Wow, time just flies right by, doesn't it? You blink and poof, there goes a year. Why, I swear I just cut the grass in this field the other day, but look at how tall it's gotten already. I think that might have to do with me, because if you leave and enter a room, the grass will regrow. So, I think that might be my magical power getting in the way of your grass cutting ability there. Say, do you want to try cutting it, Link? You'd be surprised at the things people drop in grass. It's fun, it's like a treasure hunt. Except, you're gonna need something to cut grass. Oh my lord, you're gonna need some kind of grass-cutting tool if you want to cut the grass. That's just common sense, buddy. That is true, it is just common sense, and we don't have a tool like that just yet. So, no to me. Can't do it just yet, maybe a little bit later. What's up with you, Hoi, Link? I don't know why I made his voice deeper than the old man, but I'm gonna run with it. Hey, is it true that you just have, that if you just have a little courage and run as fast as you can, then you can jump to the rock right over there? Huh? Is it? Is it? Tell me! Well, I don't need to tell you, I can show you. It is true, we have auto-jumping, as is the case in every single 3D Zelda game, except for Breath of the Wild, but whatever, we're just not gonna count that one just yet. Just throw that one out the window. It's not a real Zelda game anyway. Jokes aside, what do you want to talk about? I just saw a wild pig! Oh, see, look! That black one right there. Don't you see him? This is perfect. My wife was just telling me how she really wanted a pet. You ready to go grab it, Link? And I can't just run up to it. Pigs are too alert to their surroundings for you to just jog up and capture one. Is that true? I really don't know if that's true or not. If you want to get close to one, you have to hold ZR to crouch and tilt L to crawl slowly behind it. Slowly. You could also distract it with bait, I guess. You could do either of those two things, though you can just kind of like slowly walk up to it like this. For the sake of convenience and showing off what he's telling us to, though, I'm gonna crawl right up to him, pick him up, and there we go. We have a pig in our possession. Don't take the path of least resistance to get to places. See that old man right up there? He will make you drop this pig and the pig will go running. So pay close attention to that. That's really annoying. It happens very, very frequently to me. I hate it. In fact, I might get that little required cutscene out of the way in just 1 second. And by 1 second, I mean right now. What do you want to say to me? Oi, Link, press the L right here and use A to talk to me. Try it. That's correct, you're a smart one. You, my friend, have just targeted me. It sounds really wrong. It sounds like I'm some type of bounty hunter. You see, when you press ZL, you can target certain objects. I, for one, use it quite often to talk to folks who are far away from me. Of course, even if there isn't anything around to target, press ZL to face forward. You know it's quite handy indeed. There are a myriad of other ways to use targeting as well. Quite an ingenious little thing, if I do say so myself. Way to toot your own horn, Nintendo. Of course, that's not the only trick in my bag, not remotely. I can teach you a few more things if you just climb up that ladder over there and drop into my room. Grandma taught me to not talk to suspicious old people, so I'm not gonna do it, or just suspicious people in general. Not trying to discriminate against old people or anything. Oh, Link, happy birthday. Hey, did your sister Ariel It begins. Errol find you. She was supposed to tell you that your grandmother is looking for you. Speaking of your sister, she saw me at work the other day, and she said she wanted to learn to carry jars on her head like me, so she could help your grandma with chores. So, if you see her, tell her that all she has to do is stand in front of a jar and press A to carry it. You put the jar down, just press the R. Okay, can you tell her that for me? Of course. Now, I don't know about her, but I'm not too keen on putting jars down. Let me see if I can find one really quickly. This is Grandma's house. There we go. I don't want to go in. I just want to steal some of her pottery. So you can, be a good boy, sit him down, or you can toss him, grab stuff from inside. Something fun you can do. It's a little bit more challenging to do when you don't have an item that allows you to shoot, but there we go. We just broke the pot on top of her head and got a green rupee for our troubles. That's just terrible. My precious jars. How could you? Oh. There goes 10 rupees. Well, that kind of sucks, but it's just 10 rupees. We can get it back. With that being said, rupees are a little bit important in this game, so maybe it's not just 10 rupees. Maybe it's actually an incredibly important asset that I just lost, but it's cool to do nonetheless. I feel bad about it every single time, but it's a neat little thing that you can do. Anyway, I want to grab 3 different pigs. There are 3 on this island. I've already grabbed 2 of them. And the other one is over here. I already showed it off. I'm going to grab that one, bring it back, and I will meet you back at that pig pen. And there we go. That is all 3 pigs you can find on this island, and it's the end of this pseudo-side quest. It's a pretty small one. Why did you find these pigs and bring them here just for little old me? Oh, thank you so much. I've been thinking of getting a pet pig for a while now. Oh, and the boys will be so happy when they get home. Okay, Link, hold out your hand. This is your reward. Don't spend it all in one place. 20 bucks. A red rupee, it's just 20 rupees. What a pleasant surprise. And here's our gratitude for bringing us new family members. 20 more rupees. And finally, this is to congratulate you for working so hard on your birthday. Happy birthday to you! And another red rupee in our pocket. I suppose that I'll have to name these little oinking cutiekins. Okay. Yep, that is a whopping 60 rupees. Right off the bat. That's why I wasn't too distraught about losing 10 rupees there. I could have 79, but, why not 69? I hate the fact that that number came up this quickly in the playthrough.
Your grandma was calling for you, Link. And so was my mom.
I know that that's not meant to be a really outdated, terrible your mom joke, but it really sounds like it. Especially coming from such a young child. I can't see it as anything else. Anyway, I showed off crawling under houses earlier, but if you crawl under Grandma's house, you'll find a basement. A basement I'm not sure how anyone gets into, and in this basement, there's just one chest. 100 rupees. Yeah, I don't know why this is here. It's very, very weird. I can kind of have, like, some tiny headcanon reason for this being the case, but it's really out there. This being a world where we are on an island, we are going to be traveling the high seas. I can see why there would be, like, an issue with pirates, I guess. And, you know, they might want to hide their life savings away from the evil pirates that might, you know, come in and steal their life savings. So I can kinda get it. Kinda. Not really. Anyway, Grandma wants to see me. I'm not gonna hold off for much longer. Let's go. Grandma is not down here on the bottom floor. She's actually up here on the top floor.
I've been waiting for you, Link. Link. Try these on. Time certainly flies. I can't believe you're already old enough to wear these clothes.
You got the hero's clothes. They look like they might be a little warm for this weather.
Don't look so disappointed, dear one. Just try them on. Today is a day to celebrate. It is the day that you become the same age as the young hero spoken of in all the legends. You only have to wear them for one day, so don't look so down. Be proud, child. In the olden days, this was the day most boys were finally considered to be men. They were taught the ways of the sword to prepare them for battle with their enemies. But we don't live in such an age any longer. Our ways are the ways of peace. Nowadays, I suppose Orca is the only one on the island who still knows anything about swordplay. Hanging the family shield on the wall as decoration is another tradition that has been carried down from those days. Does all this make sense to you? Isn't that nice, Link? They really suit you perfectly. A perfect fit. Well, tonight I'm going to invite the whole town over for your birthday party. I'd better start getting ready, shouldn't I? Your grandma's going to make your favorite soup for you tonight. I just know you're looking forward to it. Now, go get your sister, Errol. Alright, so first of all, there's quite a few things to unpack with that small segment of text. One of the things being, first of all, I think Link looks dashing. I love the fact that, again, Link is not a cardboard cutout of a hero. He actually emotes when things, you know, don't suit his tastes, like this outfit. He was a little bit adverse to it at first, needless to say. But he actually shows that instead of just being, you know, again, a cardboard cutout. There's also a few things which are foreshadowing that, though we're not going to go over it just yet, because again, that's foreshadowing. We're just in the first episode, we're not going over all that just yet. But let's head back to Ariel and see what she has to do with us. What she wants to talk about? That's a better way of saying that. Okay, moving on. Ah, hoi, big brother. Did Grandma make that outfit for you? But wow, you look like you'd be way too hot in those clothes. I guess they're pretty neat, though. So, anyway, Link, can you close your eyes and hold out your hand? Just for a second. I'm going to give you my most treasured belonging, but just for one day. Happy birthday! You got the telescope. This is your sister's most precious belonging. Treasure it dearly. Using the gamepad, you can also touch and slide items to set them. We'll get into that in just one second. So, well, do you like it? I'm letting you borrow this special gift just because you're my big brother. Aren't you lucky? Oh, don't try it out. Oh, why don't you try it out? I thought she was like, stop! Don't do it! Oh, why don't you try it out right now? Try looking over at your house from here. Alright, sorry for that very awkward cut. I had something set up this whole time so I could show you the gamepad features, but then it died. Anyway, moving on to the gamepad features. Yeah, I don't have a gamepad capture device, because those are very expensive and very worthless. You know, considering the fact that the Wii U is already on its way out. Anyway, if you look at the bottom screen, you will see that or the gamepad screen rather, you will see that I have a few options. I have options. I'm not going to go over those just yet. I can save and I can take this and move it around on the gamepad. If you look at the top screen, or the actual TV screen, while I'm moving this around, you'll see that it moves along on the top screen with the gamepad screen. With this, you can easily sling the item to certain selection slots. So you can sling it to Y, X, or R, whichever one suits your fancy. I'm going to be putting it to Y for now, and this is really all you need to know about the bottom screen. There's a bit more over here. It's really just your basic Zelda stuff, though. This is something we're going to get to later, heart pieces, all the usual. We're not going to go into that just yet, though. So yeah, that's the bottom screen. That's why it's interesting. You probably just heard me turning off my camera right there. If not, whatever. So yeah, we want to press Y, so we can, I guess I have to step back a little bit to actually use this. And then we are going to use this item. It's the telescope. If we use the L stick, we can zoom in, and we can use R to look around, or use the gyroscope. That's how I can make it move around so fidgety-like. But what you want to look at first is the red post box. There's some weirdo sitting there. The postman looks kind of weird, doesn't he? Ah, Link! The sky! Look up at the sky! Link, this is so terrible. That girl fell into the forest. She needs help. But it's too dangerous for you to go in there without something that you can use to defend yourself with. Next time, on Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker HD, we're gonna go see how we can help that girl. But first, a sword. That's for next time. Until then.